Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in for another video of myself, Darren, HGV Class 1 driver. Today was a 4 AM start. It is currently 5:15. As already, I've been to our yard, got the unit, done the vehicle checks, drove to Ashton, done the trailer checks, got the trailer connected, and now I'm inside, wobbling around, getting loaded up. And of course, we're inside the hub. Safety first. For today's little adventure, the postcode is NW10. And it is 213 miles away, and it's going to take us probably 5 and a bit hours to get there with breaks included. And we are, yes of course, down in London. The route I'm going to be taking is straight down the M6 past Birmingham onto the M5, cutting across the M42 to the M40, following it all the way down straight into the Park Royal area of London. Now we've been loaded. Need to make sure the load is all nice and secure before leaving. And in you go. Just approaching Birmingham and just trying to get past the Wolverhampton junction currently on the M6. Time is now 7:25. And I've got 138 miles still to go. And we're looking at about 11:15 ETA, give or take, after breaks. I need to make sure I take a break before 10 o'clock. So that will be 6 hours working time directed rule, but I've got 2 hours and 45 minutes left on driving. So we should be taking a break, just before 10 o'clock. And that will cover both driving time for 4.5 hours and the working time. It's been really busy at the moment. I think it's taken around 20 minutes to get past Hilton Park services to Junction 9 is up ahead. It's taken a while. Now some people might be saying, why didn't you use the toll road, Darren? Simple answer is, I'm going down the M5. So it's just easier just to sit through this sometimes, get past this little section, jump onto the M5 southbound, and then we can cut across then to join the M40 to go all the way down. I find that route a little bit better to get into London, instead of going down the M1 and then having to use the, I think it's the Northern Circular Road through London to get to where I need to go. Whereas if we go down the M40, join on the A40, and our destination is just literally a quarter of a mile off the A40, if that. And plus, it's a little bit of a nicer drive as well, going past Oxford down the M40 way. Better views and less traffic. Win-win. Departing the M42 to join onto the M40 southbound now. 56 cruise control all the way down to Beaconsfield, where I'll take a break. I find that to be the best place to have a break because it's just right on the outskirts of London itself. So then I've got a good 4.5 hours when I leave Beaconsfield to do all my deliveries around London area before I need to take a break again. So the last thing you want to do is drive into London and you've got about 40 minutes left on driving time before you need to take a 45-minute break. And around London time, there's not a lot of places, London area should I say, sorry, there's not a lot of places you can actually take a break. There's lots of double red lines all over the place, no parking signs, you've got your weight limits all over the show, and majority of the places that you're actually making delivery to, you can't take a break in their yard either. So it's just easier, take breaks just before you enter London, an example Beaconsfield, and then go in, make your deliveries, get back out, have your break, start travelling back. Currently got 96 miles left to go before our first destination, and the time is 8:15. Go to sat-nav to do them 97 miles, looking at 2 hours driving still. They've closed the motorway on the other side. Now I've not seen any accident, the only thing I did see was a vehicle breakdown, a HGV. And that's about it really, but there's quite a few police officers just seen as well, I don't know if the camera picked up, on a hard shoulder going the opposite direction. Not really too sure what's happening there. I thought it might have been like an escort at one point then when I seen all the police officers coming down the hard shoulder. I've seen them travelling up and down this part of the motorway quite a few times. Normally a couple of blacked out Range Rovers with police escorts. I've still got 64 miles. Just arriving now at Beaconsfield Services. Hopefully we can get a decent parking space. It does get really busy down here and that's not a good sign. It does look busy, but there are spaces. Debating where to go. Maybe around the other side. Oh, that's a real nice truck. Not too far now from the destination. Just left the A40 and now we're just following it around the Western Avenue. I like to try and approach the business going this direction. So we drive past it, it's going to be on the left hand side shortly. Get a good look at the road, get a look at the yard, see if it's empty. And if it is empty, continue down, there's a roundabout at the end of the road, spin it round and then reverse into the yard on my good side. And the time is currently 11:15. Takes a long time to get down here, that's for sure. I suppose that's one place you could take a break. It's a nice stuff. That's one of our clients that we sometimes deliver to, based on Cumberland Business Park to the right. Don't know how to get down there, to be fair, it's quite tight. And the business we're going to is this next left. Good, seems to be quite clear. There's a Hermes site down there, so you get all the couriers coming up and down. And by the looks of it as well, I can reverse into the yard. So let's spin it round and roundabout and then go back on ourselves. That's a bit bulky on the side, isn't it? Sticking out quite a bit on both sides. I'm in a little bit of a tricky situation because I need to reverse into the yard, but everybody keeps using the space where the yard is to try and let me past. Got a van in the way now. Oh, this is not good. You got mate? Pardon? 8 pallets. 8 pallets? Yeah. How long? How long are you looking at?
You got to wait there, then that somewhere.
Yeah, I'll turn around.
All right, come.
Cheers, mate.
I'll give you a shout, no worries.
Yeah, no worries. Right, change of plan. You've got to park on the side of the road here. And then when it's time to reverse back, I'll get the guy to stop the traffic and he can banks me across then. That's the container truck coming out of the yard where we need to go into. Alright then, it's our turn now. Absolute chaos on this road, isn't it? Start off with a hard left. Just got to be careful of any parked cars. What might be on the passenger side? Yep. It's very tight on the passenger side. Straighten it up, a little bit of a right turn. Have you got enough space on the other side? That's job number 1 done. Time out. Pretty good fella, isn't it, that place? It's always nice and quick unload as well. And I think the guy's name is Tony, the main guy, who you seen doing the banksman. He's always helping out. Now it would have been better if the van waited. Let's go in there instead. Now this next place is arguably tighter. Now I can turn off the main road okay, but to get onto their bay, it's in like a little bit of a back alley. So you drive down into the back alley, then you got to do a blind reverse onto their bay, and you always get cars parked right across the way from where their bay is, in this little alleyway. There's not a lot of space whatsoever. So that is, I always hate going to this place because of that. Right then, hopefully you can see everything. So I'm checking the mirrors here. Got lots of hazards over there. And then checking that mirror. Got the camera here for the side. And then we're going to do a blind reverse now. Just take it nice and slow. Keep an eye on that car just there. Same time. Keep an eye on the trailer, looks to be good. And then slowly turn it to the left, just so I can start straightening up the trailer and unit. Careful of that forklift as well. If you take your time, it should be all right. Oh, that should do me there. Just enough space there for vehicles to get past. Jobs are good in. A little bit of a different angle from what I've just reversed into. There's not a lot of space. Got cars here, what a hazard. The fence needs to be put back. That's the gate we've had to reverse from. Around here, obviously the cars. And you come around this side. It's not too bad to get out. Should be able just enough space to swing it round. If them cars weren't there, it wouldn't actually be too bad. Our third and final delivery for today is 59 miles away, and it's near Croydon area. And originally, there's a couple of ways we could get there, because it's only there. It doesn't look that far, does it? It's about 14 miles if we went straight across. But however, it's going to take an hour and 35 minutes, give or take, to get there. But it's probably going to be even more, because you've got 20 miles an hour speed limits, you've got all the roadworks and everything else. So instead, I'm actually going to go back on the M40, round the 25 ring road, and then come up. I think is it the 32 that I've picked? Double check. No, 23, sorry. So up the M23, follow the A road all the way up towards Croydon, because it is a nicer and a lot easier way to get there. Trust me, it might be more mileage, but it's quicker, believe it or not. I've made that mistake once before by going straight through London, and it was a headache. And then hard right turn. Can we just get past? Literally just. That's all right. There we go. The first roadworks of London, if we was to go straight through, is here on the right hand side. They've closed all the road off for one-way traffic anyhow. Fair play and hats off to all the London delivery drivers who deliver up and down here every day, especially the van drivers. Them van drivers do have a tough time, especially when it comes to the parking situations. Oh, that looks so good. I'm going to say it's Kurdish, little Kurdish outlet to the left, and you can see all the meat they've got at the moment on a barbecue rotisserie going around, and it smells really good. Got to keep a close eye on these little moped drivers. They like to bob and weave between all the traffic. Right, it is a filter lane to the left, so yeah, it's bigger than I thought actually. That might be all right. Actually, it's a little bit tight there for the bus, but as a left turn I should be okay. Give the driver plenty of space. If the right turn wasn't closed as I left the client, it wouldn't have actually been too bad to get onto the A40. But unfortunately, I've got to go all the way around, back onto the A40, come down this way and then turn around at one of the lights. Is he stopping, slowing down? What's he doing? Yep. Thank you very much, mate. The first two jobs were pretty alright actually. Managed to get in both of them with no issues. A little bit busy and tight, but it's London after all. What do you expect? Kind of get used to it after you've been delivering around here a few times. I know which roads to try and avoid. Like the client, for an example, I know which way to come in, so I've got a good reverse to get onto the site. Don't know how that car's not been ticketed though, where it is. It's noticed traffic wardens all over the place around here. I do like the view though, with the city in the background. I just couldn't live in a city, for being honest. I prefer the peace and quiet of the countryside. It's a lot more relaxing, isn't it, the environment? One of the other routes I could go is onto the Northern Circular and then following it southwest to then southeast. But again, it's quite heavy traffic, there's a lot of roadworks around that region. At least with this way, it's nice and free flowing to get around. I say that. Watch now, just stop oil strike on the M25. Oh, don't jinx yourself, Darren. Do not jinx yourself. Because I'm making quite good timing at the moment, with it being 10 to 1. First two deliveries done by past. Hopefully the camera's got that. British Airways plane going right over the head as we travel past Heathrow. And looking over to my right, I can see a queue of 3 or 4 of them ready to come down as well. It's pretty cool, that. traffic has eased up quite a bit. But however, on the other side, it looks very, very busy, unfortunately. I'm going to have to come back in all that as well. Oh well. At least I'm hourly paid. That's where you got to see it. It's one of them, isn't it? You don't laugh, you cry. So if I was on a daily rate, I'd be crying coming back in that lot. And I think it'll be about 2 and a bit hours when I come back. I've only got 3 pallets to this next place, so it should hopefully be a nice in and out job. Get a quick offload and then jump straight back down towards the M23 onto the M25 and then back up the M1. Coming up now towards Croydon on the A23. Still got 15 minutes left to go for a destination. That's 4 miles away. Overall, I think it's been alright going this way. A little bit of stop-start briefly on the M25, but it soon cleared up after a couple of minutes. The majority of the time was 56 cruise control all the way around. Weather's still nice as well. Right then, so I need to follow, looks like the A23 for central London. And it might be a little bit tight turn left. So I'm going to be cheeky and take up both lanes. Or I've given myself that little bit extra space instead of the trailer cutting this corner, causing damage to 3 of the rails or one of the cars while trying to sneak around me. Same for this corner as well. Looks a little bit of a tight one for the trailer to get around, so I'm just going to take up both, keep the indicator on so the vehicles behind me know exactly what I'm doing. And I'm following around for the A23 still. And again, I'm going to do the same. And the truck behind me is doing the same as well. So if you're ever driving around somewhere it is a little bit tight, just take that extra bit of space if needed. You'll never get in trouble by the police or anything, so don't worry about that. Confused that moment. Is it 30 or 40 down here? Could have sworn I've seen a sign saying 40. There it is, 40. Might have to overtake the car in a second. getting a little bit tight, some of these lanes at the moment. Keep a good eye on both sides of the mirrors. And we're going to be doing left. And then we just round the corner now from our delivery point. I'm hoping we can get straight through to where their unit is inside the yard. Last time we came here, we had to wait for about 40 minutes. And then I realised, when speaking to somebody else, they're like, no, you can just drive through, you just got to be really careful. She's got forklift drivers going here, there and everywhere. So hopefully I can just get straight through today. I'm going to try it anyway. So going into PF Whitehead Logistics. Should be able to get around there, it's alright. Last time we came in, they had trailers on both sides. Alright, I'll go into the company at the end. Thank you. Yeah, they have trailers on both sides around here. And this is a business to the right. Leave it on the side. Hey, thanks for the quick unload there, Darren. Really appreciate that, mate. Not myself, but the other driver, the forklift driver. Now, I need to make my way to Northampton, but first, I've got to get around that corner, exactly where that van is. And the reason why we need to get to Northampton is because we've got a delivery from there around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. So let's head as far up north as I can. I've got 2 hours driving time to get to Milton Keynes, or just south of Milton Keynes on the M1. Sat nav is saying 60 miles and 2 hours driving to get there. I could pull over at the services, hopefully I'll make it towards Toddenton area, might stay there for the night, or it might just take 45 minutes and then extend for 1 more hour and drive up north. Just depends on what the traffic's like. To get back to the M25 ring road, I'm actually going to go a different route. Got to take that really slow because it's a steep hill, that one. And I'm going to go west from where I am now towards a place called, I think it was Merton or Morton. Join onto the A3 and then follow that down. I think I went that way last time and it wasn't actually too bad. And if I remember off the top of my head, I think it's the A3 which joins onto the M25 where all the roadworks are. Now, coming off the M25 to get onto the A3 to come up this way, if I went well, if I went that way on the way here, got my tongue tied then a little bit, I would have been stuck in all of that slip road trying to get off, and it goes back for about 1.5 miles, everybody trying to get off where the roadworks are. It's just absolute chaos. But getting onto the M25 from the A3 is not actually too bad if I remember right. I could be completely wrong and not even get on the M25 by the time the 2 hours run out. Hey ho, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it and we'll just go give it our best shot really. So right now I'm on the B772, following it down, go be jumping onto the A236 very shortly, and then following the A3 down to the M25. But on a good note, at least the weather is looking very nice today. Could be worse. And it's all 20 miles per hour around this way, isn't it? So that slows us down a little bit more. And the time is currently 20 to 3. And I won't lie, I'm pretty much ready for bed. So I think I might have a good early night tonight. Catch up on some sleep. Didn't have the best sleep last night, unfortunately. All this week I've not had great sleep, to be honest. Little man's been a bit fidgety. Been getting up in the middle of the night and then not settling too well. Let's go hang back. So then I've got plenty of space to make the left turn. Perfect. Well, this looks absolutely chaotic, especially that double decker in front. You've got cyclists trying to get through. We have roadworks on at the moment. And ideally I need to take up 2 lanes to get around this corner. I'm starting to think maybe I should have went the way I came. It was all going so well until I came to this little area where the roadworks are. Hopefully after this little section of the A263, once we get around here, we should be all right. And I think it's called, is it Fair Green? It says up there, in a Fair Green Parade, so I'm just presuming that's the area. But just not moving whatsoever around here. That's it. Go on, drive. Oh, gotta be careful of that little red car just sneaking its way through. I don't know where you're trying to sneak to, buddy. It's not moving, is it, whatsoever? So I've got the left indicator on, so hopefully the car's not trying to squeeze the way around.
Side pedestrian.
And that's just taken 5, maybe 6 turns of the lights just to get through that corner. It gets even tighter. Trying to get around this corner now. It's gone down to 1 lane. Hopefully the car in front, that lane, doesn't block it all up and I can actually get around the corner without getting stuck in that yellow box. A little bit like so. This is going to be really tricky. As soon as I see them move, I'm going to make the drive forward. But I don't want to get stuck inside that box, you see. I haven't got a lot of options either. Yeah, perfect. Take it nice and wide. Woo! Nice and slow, make sure that trailer follows around nicely. And then do the same around here. It's not as bad, this one, to be fair. Just been checking my tachograph and I've had 11 minutes of other work just to get around that corner. Well, through these roadworks.
Side pedestrian. Side pedestrian.
Wow. Wowzers. Neil took out Neil took out 2 traffic lights. One with a headboard on my side, and then the back swing with the passenger rear axle. They were both very, very tight and close. Oh my word, why did they put the roadworks the way they have and not add a little bit more space for trucks to get around? It just makes no sense. There's more roadworks as well. Oh, I should have went the other way. There seems to be roadworks everywhere around London, and this is why I went around the whole of the M25 instead of cutting through. Even though it's 14 miles cutting through, it would have took a lot longer than doing 60 miles driving around. Go figure, eh? I swear what the fun is, isn't it, London? Oh well, definitely keeps you on your toes, that's for sure. And I've still got 57 miles to go. How have we only done 3 miles? In about half hour. Right, hopefully the truck doesn't come round that corner. Just gotta stay there and let these through. Don't keep moving, mate. Please. Thank you. Keep it over to the right. Sorry, over to the left. Keep the right indicator on. These lights aren't the best either. Really tight left turn. Take it right over. Oh. Hopefully we can get past. Just about. Finally, we're on big open roads, and now just joining onto the A3. We'll be following this down all the way to the M25 ring road, and then following that up towards the M1, and then see how far north we can actually get tonight. Probably not far, if I'm being honest with you. Being realistic. I might just be able to get to Toddington services, but to be fair, I don't mind Toddington services, they're alright. So if we get there, I might stay there for the night. A little reminder to myself, next time I go to that site, go back down the M23 instead of going the A3. That has just taken me, no word of a lie, over an hour to get back onto the M25. With roadworks, traffic, speed limits, everything, it's just been against me on the last hour to get here. And it feels like 3 hours to get here. It was a very long hour, let's just say that. Now I need to try and stop over at the services. There should be some, I'm going to say in the next 15, maybe 20 miles. Stop off there, have a break, extend the driving time and working time directives, and then continue our journey for, I reckon I'm probably going to have about an hour and a half after the break. It's a fairly strong possibility I might not even make it to Toddington this evening. on a clear run, it's approximately 1 hour from here. Unfortunately, the roads are a little bit congested right now. Time is just hit 4 o'clock. I am actually very tempted to come off at Heathrow and then find that little cafe we stopped at last time, right at the bottom of the runway. It's a nice little spot, that, to be fair. But if I did that, I'd have to get up really early tomorrow to try to get to our collection point for between 7 and 8. Little change of plan at the moment. I'm going to have to come off at the M4 and hopefully find an industrial estate. I'll be able to pull over, take a break. Time is currently 20 past 4, and as you can see, traffic down here is, it's literally a car park. There's no other way to explain it. I'm getting nowhere at the moment, so I'm coming off the M4, have a break, weigh it up whether it's worth jumping back onto the M25 a little bit further up later on. Hopefully it might clear up. But I think that might be wishful thinking. Plan of action for now is I'm driving down towards Slough. Then I'm going to be taking a right shortly on the A412, follow that up to the M40, and then come back on to the M25 a little bit further down. And in between now and then the M40, I should be able to pull up somewhere and take a break. I've currently got 26 minutes left before I need a break. But if I didn't do this, I would have loads of infringements and be stuck on the M25 still, not even moving. You've seen it, how bad it was. So unfortunately, we've just got to try and adapt to make things work. Time is just hit 5:30, 45-minute break taken, and I've got 1 hour and 34 minutes left before I need to pull over for the night. But where I'm going to pull over, your guess is as good as mine. I'm going to go on the A road at the moment, the A412, follow that up, hit the M40, up to the M25, hopefully traffic's calmed down a little bit now, M1, and fingers crossed, Toddington. If not, might be industry estate job. To be honest, it's pretty tempting. If I find a good lay-by, I might just pull up there for the night, have a 9-hour rest, and then start again fresh tomorrow. I've got a feeling the M25 is still in a bad state. If this is anything to go off. Unfortunately though, if you have an accident on the M25, the whole area just locks up, doesn't it? And when I'm going slow like I am now, it's just eating away at the time that I've got remaining. Unfortunately. That's a nice little church. unfortunately, it's one of them days, isn't it? You win some, you lose some, and then you have some days like this. Traffic everywhere. Not much you can do about it, so there's no point stressing. Just plod along. Well, this isn't good. I don't know if they're parked up because they ran out of hours or anything, but you got two HGVs. Looks like a car and the HGV's had an accident. And another one over here. And I've got about 40 minutes left to try and get to where I need to go. Normally, I'd say I don't mind traffic, but it's literally taken me 4 hours to get where I am on the M1 from when I left the last delivery point. Oh. And it doesn't look like it's clearing up anytime soon either. I've still got 50 minutes left. Made it. Oh, I feel like I'm going delusional. I really do feel like I'm going delusional. 4 o'clock started. 9 hour, bang on at 9 hour rest from last night as well. So it's literally straight down to legal limits right now. Yeah, so 9 hours last night. 4 o'clock in the morning start. And I've just pulled up, got to the services at Tonington, the last place as well, second to last place. So I got really lucky for parking space. And yeah, the time is now 6:45. And for the next 9 hours, you, my friend, are going on to bed. Let's go pay for parking. It's that busy here, even though the bus lanes are full as well. Even down there, look at them all. And even all down that section. I'm sorry, but how much? $3.99? A pack of Haribo? No thanks. Well, that's dinner taken care of, and of course can't finish the evening without white hot chocolate with shot gingerbread. If you've never tried it before, definitely worth giving it a try. And here we are, parked right at the end. And before I go to bed, got this in the back door, just so everybody know there's nothing worth stealing. To be fair, it should be alright anyway, because I'm right here, so if someone starts taking stuff out the back and you got security on there, then you know there's a problem. But as always, it's better safe than sorry. And for the next hour, I'm going to put my feet up, watch a bit of TV, and then get a good early night because I need the sleep. It's now the morning, 4 AM in the morning to be more precise, and just got dressed. I need to sort the bedding out in a minute, but first of all, let's go in the services, brush my teeth, have a shower, feel a little bit more awake and a little bit more alive, and then kickstart the day. Showers are done, washed, feel a little bit more alive. To kickstart the day, nice Costa black with an extra shot of the Espresso. That should do me. And between me and you, I think it's going to be a nice day today. Not a cloud in the sky, but I can see because it's absolutely pitch black. But yeah, it's just nice looking up at the stars. Nice and clear morning. First thing we need to do, before we do hit the road, go around, give it a quick walk around, make sure there's no defects on the trailer or the unit itself might pick up a nail, you never know. Close the door and away we go. Be careful of them nice new shiny cars. Don't cause damage to them, do we? ETA to get to our first collection, and it's the Great Bear place over at Kettering. 6:30 due to get there. Right, we've got lane closures as well on the way out. Thank you, mate. M1 close, junction 11 to 40. Oh no. Oh. not exactly what we want. So the M1 is closed. Oh dear, that is 2 days. I'll go get better. A45 currently going down towards Kettering area, just came off the M1. Still got 45 miles left to go though. ETA is going to be 6:30, so we're going to be 30 minutes before what we're told the office. They say over there for about 7 AM. So making good timing currently. I'll talk about timing. It is currently 5:15. Been driving over 30 minutes. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. Well, that's a nice view out the office window this morning. It makes getting up really, really early that little bit more worth it, doesn't it? Whilst everybody's still in bed, I'm enjoying the little sunrise coming up in the distance. Puts you in a good mood. I've still got 10 miles to go. I'm due to get there in the next 20 minutes or so. Approaching our destination now, over at Kettering. Not really too sure whereabouts it is, to be honest with you. We're being a Great Bear, I presume we should be able to see it fairly easy. Part of the Cullinan group, isn't it now, Great Bear? Ah, there we go, straight ahead. Told you be able to see it, it's the big one. Now, which way is for collections? Great Bear. Delivery is that way, but collections. Would that be the same? I presume so. Yeah, HGV entrance. Let's go. Need to put all the straps right down at the end where the trailer is. Otherwise, if we leave them down there, when they're loading up the pallets, they might actually damage the straps. So I was putting them down here, wrap them up, out the way, so it's nice and easy for the warehouse lads to get loaded as well. And let's get you folded up and stored back away. Doors are nice and secured. Just need to tuck them back in so they don't get caught. Actually, stick them over on its side, out of the way. There you go, that should be okay. And off we go to bay 25, which is just here. Perfect. Might as well use up all the available room. Check it around the bay, okay. Perfect. Put the keys into the little chute. And then, wait. Just approaching 8 AM and I've been here for 2 hours now so far. And we're still getting loaded. I would say today is going to be a long day. However, because of my hours that I've worked this week, I can't be working until 6 o'clock. I need to be finishing for around 4 o'clock today. So either way, it's eating at my hours, but I'm not going to be working any longer than what I'm planned. And there we go. Just when things can't get worse. We've got a flat tyre, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a flat. That definitely does not look good. Luckily, after speaking with the transport office, they're allowing me to park up over there in the corner so we can get it fixed. And right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the cause of our problem. Well, that's going to be me parked up now for the next 60 to 90 minutes. And since I'm going to be here between 60 to 90 minutes at least, might as well get my head down for an hour. I'm absolutely knackered, so I'm going to catch up on some sleep, and then hopefully it won't be too long before they're here. And there they are, lodged tyres to save the day. Oh, that was a big stretch. I don't know if I feel worse now for that. There they go, off to save another driver. I was belting that. Turned up, half hour, something like that, maybe 40 minutes after doing the call out. Arrived, change over 20 minutes, job's done. And then I had to wait 30 minutes, that's when I had a nap. I had a 30-minute nap so they could do the retalk, and we're ready to hit the road again. And I had a feeling this morning it was going to be a nice day. So now it stays like this for the weekend. Back on the road, ladies and gentlemen, back on the road. And the time is currently 11:15. We arrived there at 6 o'clock. Yeah. So I've had it on break for the last hour and a half whilst I was waiting to get the tyres sorted. And it's 136 miles to get to Manchester, which is going to be our first job. Change of plan. Just spoke to the office on the phone, and instead we're going to the Asda first. Now it is loaded up to go Asda first anyway, but originally it was booked in for 7 o'clock this morning. I know what you're saying. It's not really possible to get all them times, but however, that was the time we was originally given anyway. We did tell the client it won't be there for 7 o'clock, it'll be there for whenever it's there, really. So there's no, the booking time is just pretty much out the window. So I'm going to try my best to get there early as I can. With it being 11:15 now, I reckon it's going to be about 1:30, maybe 1:45 arrival at Asda. And the Asda is in Warrington, so it's right around the corner from our yard. So hopefully I'm not kept there for 3.5 hours like it was last time. We can always hope, eh, on a Friday. Oh my word, these last 2 days have really been, they've been out there, haven't they? Let's be honest with you. I'm glad it's not like this every single day, but at the same time it's been nice and easy work, so I can't really complain too much. Travelling down the A6, and I'm going to be following the A6 right down until we get to the A14 at Rothwell, exactly where the Rothwell truck stop is. If you've ever been there, it's a good one for your truck spotters, always worth popping in. Nice facilities as well for the trucks and drivers. I have stopped there a couple of times, and it is up there in the top 5 for myself. Fairly heavy load on at the moment. It's around 24 ton, give or take. And then we'll go follow the A14 all the way up the M6 straight through Birmingham. This time of the day should in theory be okay at Birmingham, shouldn't really be much traffic there. And yeah, just follow that all the way up to Warrington. So let's go. Let's get this long drive out the way for a Friday morning. And the truck stop itself is just straight ahead across this little roundabout. Just follow it around. straight down, 56, cruise control on. Sit back and listen to a podcast. Still on the M6, and we've gone past the main part of Birmingham, but we're just on the outskirts at the moment, where the M5 joins the M6. It's gone down to 10 miles per hour currently, stop start as well. I've got 76 miles still left to go before we're at our destination up in Warrington, and the time is currently 10 to 12. It's just really heavy congestion at the moment. I was hoping it'll be a little bit more clearer than what it actually is, and I do apologise as well. A bug kind of ended its life right in front of the camera on the window screen, unfortunately, so I can't really clear that little squiggle that's on the screen at the moment until I pull over at the services, maybe a little bit later on. Need to try and move over if I can. Perfect. Try and let the other cars get on, give them a bit more space. At least it's Friday away, guys. Little shout out to the truck spotter on the bridge of the M6 over near Stafford area. See quite a lot of the spotters up and down the M6, especially around Knutsford and Stafford areas. It's a nice day for it. Oh, got a nasty accident over there on the other side of the road between a truck and a car. By the looks of it, truck driver, for an example, is in this lane, car is in lane number 1. I think they've tried to cut it a little bit too close to the truck, and then it's ended up in front of the truck side on, if that makes sense. You couldn't really see it anyway because caravans are everywhere, aren't they, on the road today. And so it begins, the pre-bank holiday traffic. Judging at the traffic the way it is at the moment, I think it could possibly have been an accident somewhere. Just arrived on site, put my little code in for the references. It's all automated here at Asda. You pull up and it's like a little screen, you put your reference numbers in and they'll either let you in or not. And the message came up, you've arrived too late. I was like, oh darn it. So I had to speak to somebody on the intercom and they've let me in. So I've got to go around, show them the paperwork, and I think they are expecting it. Take this really wide, go back out, come right back in. Fair few in this morning.
trial on these.
The sun is shining, the time has just hit 3:30 and I'm back at the yard. All I need to do now is drop this trailer, pack up the unit and get myself out of here and pick up little man from preschool. Can't wait. On that note, I am going to call it a day on the video, so thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, don't forget that like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Hope you had a great week, hope you had a great month, hope you had a great weekend. Bye for now, and always keep on trucking, stay safe.